The support groups are for anyone affected in any way by brain tumour diagnosis. So that could be somebody themselves who has a brain tumour, it could be a member of their family, a friend, a carer, a partner, even a parent of a child who has a brain tumour. People can come to the support group at any time, right from straight away from they've been diagnosed right through to, I have one lady who comes to one group who was diagnosed 20 years ago and she still comes back to the group because she still finds help and support from it. So it can be for any point of somebody's pathway, right through all the different stages of their diagnosis and treatment and aftercare and beyond. Support group meetings are hopefully, we try to design them around the people that come to the meetings, so they do differ. Each group has a different sort of identity to it, but the theme that runs through all of them is we like to make them fun and informative.
We have a nice hotel in the centre of Dorset. We meet once every other month for an hour and a half, just tea and biscuits. Sometimes it's quite formal and there's some information presented, but the majority of the time it's just about beyond. We
ask a variety of speakers to come along, which again the support group members themselves may ask, say, for a clinician to come along, or it might be somebody to talk about benefits. Sometimes we have people talk about complementary therapists. We've even had a session where we've all got down on the floor and done a bit of Pilates. So we try to have a whole range of different activities going on. Sometimes the groups are very social groups. They like to meet outside of the regular meetings in whatever venue we go to. So sometimes we go out for meals, we go for walks, we go to the theatre, all sorts of different things, depending on what the people in the group want and need.
I think support groups are massively important because they offer lots of things for patients. They offer people who have had similar experiences, that they've seen people who are going through what they've already gone through and are able to support them and explain what might happen along the way.
There are all sorts of different ways for people to communicate these days, and they all have their advantages, but I think most people agree that getting together in a room with lots of other like-minded people is a huge advantage. Many people with brain tumours feel that they are quite isolated, and that can be feeling sort of physically isolated and that they can no longer get out and about and meet people as much as they used to. But even if they have got a good network of friends and family, there's nothing quite like meeting other people that have been through a similar experience to themselves.
And you realise that there are people that are going through the same challenges as you are, and not only can you get support from them, you can get inspiration from them. Why should I be sort of down in the dumps? Let's be happy about what we can do rather than sad about what we can't, and just get on and live life,
I mean, you can tell a lot of people every problems, but they don't really understand because they haven't been there. Not being in the group is a little bit like being in the dark. You go for scans, you go and see specialists, but these people deal with the tumour. They don't deal with you.
I mean, I've got a very understanding husband who's helped me through so much, but even he doesn't understand to the same extent because he hasn't been there. It's helpful.
For the people who attend the support group, having a brain tumour is normal for them. So for everybody who attends, they can have a normal conversation. There's no pretense. People can be normal and relaxed and talk about their journey.
Some people might get a brain tumour and think, this is the end. It's not. There is life after that. I don't know how long I've got left, but I've got a life, and with this group's help, I'll make the most of it.
They're a super group to be with. It's a joy, a pleasure to be with these people. They're so supportive of each other. It's a real family group, and I feel it's a privilege to know them all.
I think the main thing people gain from coming to the support group is that feeling of belonging, that feeling that they're not alone, that there are other people out there who've been through very similar experiences to them. And out of that then, as I say, comes things like friendships, Also, obviously, a huge gain in information and knowledge. So a lot of the support group members themselves bring an awful lot of information to the groups. And what I quite often find is that people that come to the groups, the feedback I get is, oh, I wish I'd come a year earlier, or I wish I'd come before now, but I thought support groups weren't for me. But actually, there's so much you learn from them in a lovely, informal, relaxed environment.